Well, Progressive Senator Sheldon Whitehouse is under fire for his membership at what critics say is an all-white beach club. The Rhode Island Democrat denying reports the club has no minority members, despite appearing to admit just that in an interview last weekend. Let's bring in Chris Bedford, senior editor at The Federalist. Now, this is what he said, that the clubs informed me that it does, in fact, have diversity of membership. This is not the first time he has dealt with this issue. He'd said he was going to quit, and now the latest is that he'd quit the club himself, but his wife is now the member.
Well, it certainly seems interesting since his wife has a major ownership stake and is there reportedly almost every day that he doesn't know anything about the membership here. But if getting into Sheldon's Beach Club is a civil rights cause in America right now, then we're in a good place. The problem is that according to Sheldon Whitehouse, we are not in a good place. And it's that rank hypocrisy. This is somebody who attacked Justice Amy Coney Barrett, whether it was lecturing her for 25 minutes or with the aid of dark money groups he's since derided in attacking her. And if he'd gotten a whiff of something like this, he would have filibustered her that the Congressional Black Caucus, the NAACP, would be attacking. They're completely silent on this matter. The Washington Post spent more time trying to find out if Senator Tim Scott was sufficiently poor, if his grandfather was, than they have getting to the bottom of this. And it shows that a lot of the racial animosity in America right now is really just a partisan attack that's used to attack Republicans.
Do you think that it's fair to be talking about this when the club says it's not that they have a policy against having members of the entire community as members, it's just that they just don't seem to have any?
I think they would have to find an actually aggrieved party here in Newport that says, I try to join that club, or I've been trying to, and I can't. Remember, Newport's just a hop from Oak Bluff's Martha's Vineyard, which is a center of black wealth and power in the Northeast and has been for a long time because it was so quick to desegregate. Whether it's the Obamas going there or other great families, maybe people have wanted to go there instead. Indeed.
Okay, I wanted to ask you about this, too, because Hunter Biden, this is pretty amazing. So now he's an artist. Actually, I think some of the stuff's kind of good. All right, fine. But how he's getting paid for it is raising some eyebrows. Remember Walter Schwab? He was the ethics guy for the Obama team. He says this, that the notion of a president's son capitalizing on that relationship by selling art at obviously inflated prices and keeping the public in the dark about who's funneling money to him has a shameful and grifty feel to it. What do you think?
Well, I generally think that modern art's a pretty fun scam for trying to trick customers into buying your stuff, and he seems to be pretty good at scams. But the problem here that's been pointed out by the old ethics officer is that this is a good way to actually get and funnel money that would influence the president's family potentially. We've read interviews with different art curators who've said, just because of his name, this art will go for, instead of, say, $50,000, maybe $500,000. That means that's potentially ways to buy influence. If you come in from Saudi money or from other kind of foreign money and give him $1.1 or $1.5 million, that's money in the Biden family's pockets, and that's a way to seek influence.
It's really interesting. The whole art world is one that is a little bit of a mystery to me, but also there's a lot of corruption involved in it, too. All right, thank you. Good to see you, Chris.
I want to, Brian.